Check out the amount of price stickers that I pulled out from the inside of all of the books I've gone through this week. It is Wednesday now, and probably not going to do it tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday, so you should just spend 3 days, but that's pretty impressive. All of these books here have to go. Most of these are the cookbooks that I've been going through today, and so far I have gotten through those two shelves, and all of what you see displayed cover first and that top row there are all books I'm keeping, and I still have 2 more rows to go of cookbooks, but I made a big dent, and there's still some great books up there, some unique stuff, some stuff that I've already added before, but for now I'll just display it like that until I get through everything else, see what's left, and go from there. But that was exciting to get through all of that. So I found these 3 to list on eBay. This one has actually sold on eBay in the last 90 days. It's called Recipes for Remembrance, and it is a family album featuring stars of the Lawrence Welk Show. I think this book is from the 70s. Doesn't say there. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. Is that 80s, 1985. So really interesting book with recipes attached to people that were on the Lawrence Welk Show, which I never watched, but that's interesting. This is interesting. Republican Party GOP cookbook. And this book is from Riverside, which is a city out here in Southern California, further east from LA, from 1960. So this is unique, and it's got handwritten recipes from a variety of people. And then this one is Nutritive Aspects of Canned Foods from 1937. This one I'm taking a little bit of a flyer on, but we'll see. But both of these have sold on eBay. Guys, I did it. It sold. Remember, I bought this on Monday about 7 p.m. right before the thrift store was closing. Today is Wednesday, October 30th, day before Halloween, and the item sold. It actually sold this morning. Remember, I bought these for $2 each at the thrift store on Monday, and in less than 2 days, less than 48 hours, I got an offer, my first offer. I didn't take it. I countered, and then they agreed to that, and it sold. So $16 for this book set. It's not even the complete set. I did research at home on the computer when I went to list it. Remember, I told you in the other video that I was going to do that, and I found out that it's a 12 volume set. It's the complete set, and this is 8. So 8 of 12 is still not bad, especially considering that currently on eBay there is nobody that is selling a even partial set of this entire 12 volume set. So I was the only one. And like I said, after doing the research, looking up these books, that each of them have sold at least once, if not 3 to 6 times in the last 90 days. So there's interest in it. And these are in great condition as well. So I actually ended up listing it for more than I initially told you guys I was going to list it for. So got it for $2 a piece times 8, $16. And I ended up listing it for $99.99 plus shipping, so $100 taking offers. And I got an offer of $70, which was not bad. I was really debating just taking it, but I had just listed it, and I knew that there was going to be interest in it based on my research. So I countered with 80, which is what I told you guys I was going to list it for anyway. And then, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes later, they accepted. So I sold it for $80 plus shipping and spent $16. Now, I don't normally spend $16 for an $80 sale in general. Like if I'm going to sell an individual book for $80, a DVD, a CD, etc., I'm usually either it's a donation, it's a free pickup, it's a trade in the store, or it's something that I purchased for a couple of bucks. But nonetheless, $16 into 80, minus, of course, eBay fees and shipping, etc., is going to be a nice profit. So let's say roughly $20 I spent, 80 into 80, maybe it'll be 70-ish after fees and everything. So tripling my money in less than 2 days. I'll take that any day of the week, right? So let me show you for those that may be suspicious of whether it actually sold. Here's the order details. As you can see, buyer paid on the 30th, shipped by tomorrow, Halloween. Just to show you the day, it's Wednesday, October 30th. And then here it is, sold for $80 plus shipping. Whoop. These are the photos I took. I just don't want to show the person's address and whatnot, but here's the listing. That's everything that I put in the listing. I took a bunch of photos. I decided to go with the covers first. I thought that would grab people's attention versus just the spines. Took some other photos, etc., etc. New Testament commentary, and then I put both of the two authors' last names. That's a hardcover book lot, and then some keywords. So this is apparently reformed or reformist, and I don't know how you pronounce that. I don't know, but that word as well is important. Exegesis. I'm butchering it, I know, but it sold. I also want to drive home the point that it's important to sell not just on Amazon, not just on eBay, but to do both. Because when you are able to do both, you're able to use the incredible amount of data available through Amazon and eBay combined. There's already a lot of data on Amazon that's really easy to access when you have an app like Scoutly or any other scouting app that on one screen gives you a ton of information, and you can even dive deeper into it. Plus, you add eBay to that with their, of course, looking up what's currently for sale, but also what has sold in the last 90 days and being able to sort it by price, that type of thing. And combining those two, you can really figure out pretty quickly whether something is worth selling. So as an example, someone left a comment recently in the video that is just like, I've been doing this for 10 years and it's still the same over and over. It amazes me. But someone that does Amazon and really loves to scan the books super fast. So as an example, which is great, you should scan books fast. But just, if you come to a bunch of books like this, you got to know what's worth scanning and what's not, number one. And number two, if then you come across a bunch of books that have the same spines and are in great condition, and it's religious, New Testament commentary, you have to know to look this up. And yes, these do have barcodes, so of course it's going to be easier to scan them and look them up. And you'll see on Amazon that they're not really worth it individually. But if you have the dual ability, the knowledge, the experience of selling on Amazon, individual books, and on eBay, individual books, but also lots, you'll know that this could be worth some money. So you do a little more research and you can figure that out. Whereas I guarantee you, this was at the thrift store, and I guarantee you that this was sitting there for a while. I don't know that for a fact, but I do know that the color tag matched what the price, the sale they were having, the 50% and 75% off. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, it did not. I take that back. But regardless, I guarantee you that even if, because this was at the end of the day, even if they had put this out this morning or Monday morning, there were tons of resellers, including book resellers, that go to this thrift store. Thrift store's been there for many, many years, a long time. And they're always putting new stuff out each day. And every time that I go there, first thing in the morning, there are resellers there. All different types. But there's also book resellers, media resellers. And I guarantee you there are ones that skipped on this. Why? Because they want that individual book for a couple bucks that sells for, 30, 40, 50 bucks, which is great. And they want to sell it on Amazon. And they don't sell lots on eBay. But you know what? You miss out on stuff like this. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you don't want to learn about how to sell book lots, it's fine. But just know that someone else will come along, hopefully, and pick up something like this. And you can turn 16 bucks into $80. I also sold this CD lot, which I told you about, which was the curated lot. There's 112 CDs in here. It's mostly like well-known groups and bands like Susan Vega, Village People, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Train, Robin Thicke, Talking Heads, Sting, you get the point, Cat Stevens. So these are all, Britney Spears, all kinds of genres. I mean, most of them are like poppy, It's like pop, rock, dance, you know, different eras, but most of them are well known. And I sold that for $50, took an offer plus shipping. It's only 112 of them, not a ton. If you remember, those were stacked over here next to those classical music CDs that I already sold. And all of these came from those Gaylords that I had that I finished up a while back, a few weeks ago. So it's another way that you can pull some more money out of CDs that you would otherwise just toss or just pull the disc and put it into a CD lot. You can make more money this way. So 112 discs that could have gone into all of these loose CDs, which I'll put on auction and won't sell for that much. You know, I might get honestly, I get anywhere between $10 to $20 these days. A really good one is like 20 to 25. But I feel bad just tossing them. People want them. It doesn't take that long. You know, they sit here until I get enough, and then I photograph them and list them. But you know, 112 of these could have went over there. I usually sell like 400 to 500 loose CDs, but instead I got more money by having the jewel cases and the what do you call them? The artwork. So combined, you just have to. The work you have to put into these is you've got to check the discs, make sure the discs are in good condition. I replace the cases, so for me it's worth it because I have a lot of cases. I have a machine to clean. You can not even do that. You can just keep the ones that don't need to be cleaned and get a decent amount. It's about putting, you know, it's about saying they're curated, popular music, that kind of thing. Put in the description that you checked all the discs, they're good, the cases are in good condition, the artwork's in good condition. And people will want to buy this kind of stuff. So just think out of the box sometimes. And I'm not saying you should focus on something like this, but this is a way to make extra money off of items that you already have. And it's just a matter of putting them to the side. And when you accumulate enough, I would get around 100 of them, I would say 100 plus. And then like, don't do 40 of these, like do 100, do a good amount, make it worth somebody's while, right? Because 112 CDs and they offer me 50, that's fine. I'm going to make like 40-ish bucks after all the fees and everything. That's not bad. I don't mind. And, you know, someone gets to use them and I don't have to, what do you call it? And I can make a little extra money. So this is only really going to make sense if you're buying in bulk though. So that was a good sale. Yeah, I recommend overall that you just get good. You get good at, if you're going to do media, you get good at eBay and at Amazon. Knowing the data on an Amazon app like Scoutly, whichever one you're using, and using the eBay app to your advantage to do your research. And also, it didn't take very long. Once I found these, it took like 5-6 minutes maybe to decipher that it was worth it. And then I just kept moving. And all those other books they had there, they had nothing individually that was worth selling on Amazon or eBay. And I went through about 80% of the books because the store was closing, so I couldn't finish all of the books. So it's just to say that if you're only selling on Amazon and you're scanning, you're scanning 100 books and then you pass on this and you walk away with nothing. But if you have both marketplaces, if you sell in both marketplaces and know what to look for, you usually will not walk out empty-handed. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep working hard.